आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं इंडिया क्या एक न्यू मल्टी ईयर केपेक्स साइकिल में है या नहीं। सो हम ये समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि इंडिया एक पावर हाउस बनने जा रहा है मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में, या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर स्पेंडिंग कैसा होने वाला है। एक ये नया मल्टी ईयर साइकिल है, क्या सिमिलरिटीज हैं बिटवीन 2003 एंड 2008 साइकिल जो कि सुपर साइकिल था इंडिया का। was it a last decade or so, what was it, a lost decade? And China plus one strategy के बारे में as well. Full detail and full research will continue in this analysis. Keep watching the video till the very end. So first we'll discuss about uh, similarities. What are the similarities with the Capex cycle of 2003 and 2008? So very similar this cycle as well. So here excess liquidity, as we all know, पोस्ट पैंडेमिक के बाद सभी जगह एक्सेस लिक्विडिटी हो रही है। यूएस हो, इंडिया हो, यूरोप हो, एशिया के दूसरी कंट्रीज हो, सभी जगह एक्सेस लिक्विडिटी अवेलेबल है। सो बेसिकली देयर इज टू मच मनी फ्लोइंग फॉर लिटिल बिट, very little, like not I would say it's like scarce resources. So commodity cycle, super cycle भी हो सकता है. So we'll discuss about that. So there's too much liquidity, that is for sure in the market. NPAs have bottomed out in this for India. So we know for most of the banks they have cleaned all their bad loans. So this is very good for banks as well, and very good for the other sectors which take loan from the bank, because when you don't have anything to pull you back, that's when bank would be free to lend to the sectors, to the companies. So this is a very good positive sign. Positive global outlook, तो as I told कि excess liquidity है, तो excess liquidity ऐसा नहीं है कि खाली इंडिया में ही है, पूरे यूरोप, एशिया, यूएस। सो ये एक्सेस लिक्विडिटी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर को, जो भी मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं, जो भी रिसोर्सेज, जो भी कमोडिटीज हो गया, इन सब के पीछे ही एक्सेस लिक्विडिटी, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वील हैव सम इन्फ्लेशन एज वेल. सो करेंटली द इन्फ्लेशन हैव स्टार्टेड इंक्रीजिंग. इट वाज लो फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. So because of lot of money chasing the resources, and that's why inflation would increase slowly. So strong private sector participation, we see a strong private sector participation. We see that private sectors are ready to do a lot of capex, be it steel sector, cement sector, or you take any other sector. So manufacturing, industrials, all the sectors, be it pharmaceuticals, be it cement, be it yeah. So almost all the sectors are firing, and they are the private players are putting a lot of capex here. So very bullish management commentary post-pandemic. So if you see post-pandemic results of most of the quarterly results, they are very bullish. So they are ready to put a lot of capex. They are ready to they are thinking how to meet the demand. So demand is huge, and that's the reason they are ready to put a lot of resources in the ground and do new expansion, brownfield, greenfield, increase in demand. So demand is huge. Okay, so this is the super cycle, super cycle for investors. As we know, 2003 2008 there was a big super cycle for investors, and it benefited a lot of people. So yeah, it could be one of those cycles where we have lost the last 10 decades, but this next sorry, that we have lost the last 10 years. A decade has been lost, but it could be, this new decade could be very beneficial for the investors and the companies as such. For more research, just a thumbs up for more research. If you like the content, if you really like the way we do the research on different topics, so please subscribe to the channel. This will help you to get notification of any new research, any new topic we discussing, be it stock, be it sectors, or be it trends. Yeah. So manufacturing shift हो रहा है, that is very clear. We are India is putting a lot of focus on manufacturing sector. एक ये भी reason है कि we are de-risking from China, so that is also one reason. Be it pharmaceuticals, be it so you hear a lot of PLI schemes from the government, be it in pharmaceuticals, in textiles, and steel. So yeah, so manufacturing focus is very much there. So manufacturing sector to contribute, the government is aiming to so that manufacturing sector should contribute almost 25% of GDP by 2025, which is a tall thinking. Let's see how much we are able to achieve, and if it's a super cycle, probably we will. So aggressive targets for spending on manufacturing and infrastructure sectors over the next 5 years. Not only the companies are giving aggressive targets, even the government is giving the aggressive targets for the manufacturing and infrastructure sectors. And we see we'll talk about some facts, some numbers, which through which we see that there is a lot of things which is happening on the ground. Vocal for local, there's a lot of focus vocal for local or local, and it's not only in India, in most of the countries as well. But yeah, India is one of the low cost producing nation which can do this. Example, smartphone manufacturing. As you know, Samsung is manufacturing a lot of smartphones in India as well. They have started. I think they are there from last 2 years or so. So they have started manufacturing more and more mobile phones and in India, and a lot of companies are shifting their manufacturing units from China to other nations in Asia. So de-risking from China as well. So strong focus of government on manufacturing sector, be it electronics manufacturing, textiles, steel, cement. Yeah. So India could be the next factory of the world. I think this was I read somewhere in one of the Chinese article which was mentioned by somebody, and there the research in the China, it was mentioned that India could be the next factory of the world, which like how China was once, or it is, yeah, still. So as the more manufacturing will happen, the money will flow, and show me the money, honey. Infrastructure spending. So let's get down the facts. How much government is spending on infra? So road construction activity touched a high of 37 kilometers per day, which is very good. This was and this is there from last few years. So this is very good for infra spending. PLI schemes are there in not one, two, or three. They are there in 13 sectors. So production linked incentive schemes where you do some production, and based on your production you'll get some incentives from the government, and that's there in almost 13 sectors. So this is huge. It's not only for one sector as such, say textile or cement. It's there in almost 13 sectors, which is very good. Huge increase in demand for steel, cement, and other commodities, and that's why we see that there could be, this is the commodity super cycle. We'll talk about China plus one strategy, and not only India. It's almost most of the nations are they are doing this de-risking of supply chain and are considering as China plus one strategy in manufacturing and sourcing. And manufacturing and sourcing of not only equipments or industrials or steel, cement, or it could be pharmaceuticals. So there are many sectors to benefit. So even if we get 2, 3, 4% of the market share what China holds in the entire world, it will be like 10% or yeah, 20, 50% for India. That 10, 2, 3% of China could be 20, 30% for India. So India is poised to benefit from China plus one strategy, which most of the nations are following post pandemic. Significant structural reforms we see in India. So this is not only talk; they are doing some reforms. So government has focused considerably and regularly on the reforms. And these reforms we see not only from this year; it's there from some few years back. So corporate tax reduction from 34% to 25%, and I think 15% in some new units also. So this is very good. This is is one important point which could change the manufacturing or the since the tax is reduced to such low, most of the companies or MNCs would love to set up a unit here in India, and this is one reason because of which they will try to do RERA implementation for real estate sector, which is very good. So real estate sector, they are formalizing. Now nobody can just do a project of whatever 1,000 crore and put it on the papers. It could be 5,000 crore. So there are a lot of RERA implementation where uh, because of RERA implementation, the people who are buying the flats, they'll get it on time. There is yeah, so there are a lot of legal laws and which could help this sector because of this RERA implementation. GST, as we all know, so this is one tax structure across the nation. This will help a lot. IBC, this is very important because earlier they used to the fraud promoter, they used to file for bankruptcy, and then they used to buy back again, and once it goes back to the bankruptcy. So this is not happening now, where they are prohibited for bidding when a company goes into bankruptcy. We know a lot of cases like this. So this is a very important reform which has happened, and now we see a lot of cleanup in the private sector. Yeah, because of these reforms. Agriculture reforms, yeah, there were a lot of noise because of this, but we know that these reforms are changing the dynamics. So here, agriculture reforms where agriculture produce can be sold anywhere in India, and also export of produce will help, will really help a lot. Then conclusion. Okay, so this is the final conclusion as per me. So very positive on India due to all these factors which we have discussed. China plus one, corporate tax reduction, infrastructure spending, manufacturing shift, and whatever we see the similarity between 2003 and 2008 super cycle. So very positive on India because of these factors. Virtuous cycle of capex and consumption, it could be. So once this consumption and demand, if it remains this level at this level, there will be a lot of capex which will happen in various sectors, and then this cycle will continue. And yeah, and there's one more point which is, so not only India, even US has passed an infra stimulus worth 1 trillion, which could help our exports. The big MNCs which are exporting to US, it could help a lot there. Okay, last but not the least, just in case, yeah, if you really want me to make any video on any of your favorite stock, please let me know. Any topic, anything you would like me to research related to markets or sectors, just let me know in comment section. This is very important for us. If you really like the video, say a few words in comment section. This will encourage us to add more quality content. Please let us know what you like about the research. Please subscribe. This is very important for us. The YouTube algorithm works in such a way that the more subscribers, the more likes you get on YouTube. That's how your video, your quality content comes on the top. Otherwise, it's remain somewhere. So please like, share in investor community, subscribe to the channel so that I can regularly update you with my latest stocks info, sector info. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.